The night before the strike.
Lights, cameras, Constitution.
No scripts, no mercy, just the record.
They thought the family was finished. Tonight we finish them.
Segment 1. The warrant that never existed. Segment 2. The ADA they pretended not to see. Segment 3. The names that are about to become very public.
This is not a podcast. This is the opening argument.
Watch the show Monday through Thursday, 7:45 Eastern.
Last year, nearly 500,000 children were in foster care, separated from the people who were searching for them. When CPS removes a child, the trail can go cold fast. Records get sealed, placements shift, parents get shut out, and families lose each other, sometimes for good.
But there's finally a place built for exactly this. Reunification Central is where separated families post their story and search for each other for free. You post your profile. You search for the people you lost. You start rebuilding what was taken apart. This isn't just about finding each other. It's about exposing a system that shouldn't be tearing families apart in the first place. Find your family at reunificationcentral.com. Start your search today.
The way life should have been. You cross the bridge on 95 and something shifts. The air changes. The world slows down. This is the land that built legends. Where Joshua Chamberlain held the line at Little Round Top and saved a nation. Where Stephen King dreamed up our darkest fears from a Victorian mansion on a quiet street. Where Paul Bunyan still stands tall in Bangor, watching over a city that once roared with industry. Where Belgrade lakes shimmer gold at sunset. Where the Nubble Lighthouse has guided sailors home for over a century. Where Katahdin rises above it all, from first light to last. But something happened to Maine. Funtown is silent now. The lobster boats rot in the harbor. The streets of Portland are lined with tents. And thousands of Maine families have been torn apart. Not by tragedy, but by a system that profits from their pain. The money keeps flowing. The budgets keep growing. And the people of Maine keep asking, what happened to the way life should have been? Maine is crashing. And just like that B-24 that went down over Katahdin, nobody is coming to pull it out of the wreckage. Maine's Child Protective Services has been breaking apart families at a concerning level. And no one is paying attention. Until it's too late. Maine. We are more than too late. We have destroyed our next generation by kidnapping the very children who were meant to carry the Maine heritage forward. The children of lobstermen and loggers, of farmers and fishermen, of teachers and tradespeople. Gone. Ripped from the families that built this state.
CPSPunisher.com is the app they never wanted you to find. If CPS is knocking at your door, intimidating you as a parent with police standing there waiting for you to talk back so they can arrest you and steal your kids, stand strong, tell them you want to see their warrant, they will leave. Lessons like these can save your family and are exactly what the CPS Punisher assists you with. If your lawyer isn't fighting for your child, now you can research anything and everything, so you can be educated on the most up-to-date case law and court procedures. The CPS Punisher has more tools than Home Depot when it comes to recording data from your CPS case. Whether you need a timeline, log your visits, ask a question pertaining to the ADA, the CPS Punisher has it. Never again will CPS have the upper hand when you have the CPS Punisher. Visit thecpspunisher.com.
In the shadows, where justice burns, Tiff and the Punisher rise. Street lights flicker, the city's on fire. Tiff walks the line with a cold desire. Punisher's shadow, the hammer falls hard. No mercy for evil, they're playing their card. Through the alleys of pain and the rivers of blood, they hunt down the guilty, they're the judge and the flood. But every war needs a mind that can see, a voice in the chaos that cuts to the core. Tiff and the Punisher carving the night, punishing sinners beneath the pale light. Becca steps in with that smart-ass grin, brainiac queen, always right from within. She's figuring out the world one fact at a time, calling out the lies with a razor-sharp mind. You think you're clever? Watch me prove you wrong. Becca's in the mix, and the truth marches on. Becca's the spark in the tactical storm. Smart-ass remarks that keep the whole team reformed. Equations and evidence, she's cracking the code, while the Punisher's bullets write the final ode. Tiff holds a line with the fearless command. Together they're unstoppable, a punishing band. Becca won't rest till the puzzle is solved. She's right every time and the problem's resolved. When the world's gone mad and the answers won't bend, she'll dissect the chaos and break it again. Smart-ass brainiac, queer the fight. Tiff and the Punisher on the night. Tiff and the Punisher carving the night, punishing sinners beneath the pale light. Becca steps in with that smart-ass grin, brainiac queen, always right from within. She's figuring out the world one fact at a time, calling out the lies with a razor-sharp mind. You think you're clever? Watch me prove you wrong. Becca's in the mix, and the truth marches on. Tiff and the Punisher. Becca's got the answers. Justice never sleeps.
What's up, Tiff?
It's Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Lordy Lord. Oh, I look like a little dream captain. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tiff and the Punisher today. Hey, I don't know why I'm blue.
You look like a smart.
Black and white now. Black and white. Tiff, yesterday, I went back and watched yesterday's show. That was a great episode.
Yeah, it was.
I think that was one of our finer episodes that we've done in a while. And I don't say that just because I was on a rant. I just say that because what we said was the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I was saying more of it just because my mouth was running, I know that you believe me and you agree with, not believe me, but you agree with me. And that was we told everybody, the entire world of any of the CPS shit, the truth. And that's the first time I think that anybody's done that. Like, we blatantly pretty much told everybody, look, this is the truth. Facts are, if they took your kids, then you're in the shit spot. It's not going to be any easier, you know. Like, you're in the game, and chances are good you're not going to get them back at that point. But no one's telling them that. I saw a thing today, and I know that we don't talk about other advocates, and we don't talk about other, you know, people, groups, any of that we try to stay right out of the bullshit. But I saw this thing today, and I'm going to go ahead and air the bullshit out. It was an ad for Sean Ryan's show, which I love Sean Ryan. I think Sean Ryan's a great dude, and he has so many, I mean, I don't know him, but he has so many great guests, and he's been on this like really great tear with all these awesome people in the child trafficking industry, from the hackers to the guys that go down and get the children back. And he just recently had that special with that lady from the foster care thing. And then I see a freaking ad on Facebook, and it says, I'm petitioning to get 1 hour of Sean Ryan's time to be a voice for this movement. And it's goddamn Stand With Meg, telling everybody to vote for her and tag Sean Ryan and all of their stuff, saying that she's this, that, and this and the other. And she wants to get that time with Sean Ryan and all that. And I about blew my left ear off. I just couldn't believe it. First of all, that any of these people even know what Sean Ryan's show is. Like, he's a former Navy SEAL. His show is tremendous. He's just recently flocked it. And the people that you're in amongst them are the great ones. For anybody to go out in this movement, survivorship, living, dying, whatever you want to call this bullshit, and come out and say that you're the fucking face on a goddamn podcast that gets millions by an ultimate amazing war hero, get the fuck out of here. That is pure selfishness, wanting to look to be the fucking spot and fill this. How the hell are you going to go on there with former Navy SEALs and all this shit? How is she going to go out there and say that she's the voice and the sign of this movement? You've got your whole family coming out and telling you against Facebook that you're a scam, you're a fraud, you're a liar, you're a cheat, and you're all this. Your entire family. So dedicated to getting that they're putting Facebook channels out about you. Now, I apologize, and I'm not trying to start a war with her, but this is the shit that people are talking about. Wouldn't you think if someone's going to go and get someone such as Sean Ryan, a war hero leader, battle-hardened man, coming out trying to fight the child trafficking industry, wouldn't you think that just some common sense and some fucking admiralty, or I don't even know if that's a word, or if I'm even supposed to use it, but I know what it meant. But don't you think that you guys should get together and fucking talk about it and say, you know what, if we get this opportunity to do Sean Ryan, who is the best voice in this fucking movement to make this thing work for us? This shows exactly what these people are talking about. Exactly. You're just going to go up and be like, go ahead, tag me. I'm going to be the one. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do. Fucking for real? This is the problem with all these people. Now, if you support her, go ahead and do her thing. If you believe in what I'm saying, yeah, you go to Sean Ryan and you say, no fucking way. Don't let these people be your voice. You, the people in the movement, you're not poor. Stop telling these people to say, oh, you're dealing with a bunch of poor people. Stop telling them to say that. I don't want to be associated with that. Do you guys? You're not poor. Stop making us the poor people. You're better than everybody else. You think you're the only one that deserves to have a seat with Sean Ryan? Well, you know what this thing needs? This movement is a fucking committee of all the people together that have these leading groups that sit at a round table, that make the decisions. That way there can be one unified group. That's not going to happen because we have people that just jump to their popularity the second that they think they can try and do it. It's not fucking high school, people. This is real life. My daughter was kidnapped. Your daughters, your children were kidnapped. It's not a fucking joke. It's not high school. This is real deal. Do you want fucking Bozo the Clown representing you next to a battle-hardened man that interviews some of the toughest people on this earth and looking to do good things for what this movement is? Man, think about this shit. I'm sorry, Tiff. What were you going to say?
Yeah. First of all, if people want to get in this for popularity and I don't know, I'm kind of tired tonight. So like popularity, followers, this, that, and the third. You're not in it for the right reason, right? There's only two reasons we're in this whole thing: to either keep kids home or get kids home. I don't care. I don't want to be popular, right? Like a lot of the stuff that I do, people know about it and I do it, but I'm not like, I don't want to be popular. I don't want to be popular.
Let's see. It's Becca night. I'm sorry I took up the intro for Becca. Let's ask her about this stuff because I saw this, man, and I just blew a goddamn gasket. This is the problem with all of this. So if nobody can get along, and we tried to do this before here on this show, remember we tried to do a round table. We've tried to do all of this stuff to get everybody together, but nobody wants to come and face the music. Nobody wants to come to the truth. Nobody wants to be like, we can get together because I'm better than you. Bullshit. Get the lead, follow, or get the fuck out of the way. One of the two. You know, like you get two choices, lead or follow. Now, to sit there and make a decision that you're going to be the one that goes and appeals to Sean Ryan as a spokesperson for this fucking movement is a sick, selfish, sadistic fucking move.
Mm-hmm.
This guy doesn't
100%.
have the time to play foo-foo and like, oh, which one's going to be better? You're going to make a fucking joke because his team does the research. So if that thinks that that's going to stick just because a bunch of people are going to come out and be like, oh, for her to make her give her the hour, the second that man sees what her family says, our whole movement is going to be scarred by this.
Who is it?
That's the
I
fucking
didn't
problem.
hear. I didn't hear who it was.
Who that's doing this or what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
that did the
So
that is.
Meg stand with Meg.
Oh
said today
Jesus!
that she's wanted. She went to Sean Ryan asking for an hour of his time because she wanted to come out and be. She was a mother of 5 that lost her kids, and she wants to speak for this movement and yada yada yada. And to have everybody go and tag Sean Ryan so that way he can see all the people for Stand with Meg, and that maybe she gets her opportunity to speak for the group with Sean Ryan.
I wrote Sean Ryan too. But what do you mean? Like, like
did you petition for everybody to come out and be like, hey, I want to be the one, so everybody tag me in this, tag me as being with Sean Ryan?
Definitely
so
not.
And say that this is like your intentions. I mean, I'll pull up the goddamn post. What she said, it blew my ass. This is the problem. It's they're trying to be popular. They're trying to be
you notice that she's now got like a co-host, like now she's doing a podcast and she's got this co-host now, and like they do like formal podcast, and like she's essentially just doing it for the notoriety. I mean, she may not have her kids, whatever. But like I said on the post earlier on Facebook, when the one person said something about the grifters of, you know, this whole group thing, you know, that's going on, the grifters, and I'm like, yeah, there are grifters. I was like, but you know, essentially we pride ourselves in, we don't ask for money. We don't, you know, we don't do any of that. Like, we don't even ask for donations. Like, we, you know, yes, we do have products that, you know, you can purchase, but you're not 100% committed to that. You have to do it. You know, I'm like, but these people, yes, there are grifters, and yes, there are people who are out here and they are just doing it to get some notoriety. And they just want to become TikTok famous, Facebook famous, whatever they want to be, because it pays their bills.
Well, here's the thing. How many of them ask for money to help other advocates besides us?
None.
And how many of them ask for money like we did for Joe, right? Like for other people?
Yeah.
None. When we ask for money, it's not for Tiff and the Punisher and Becca and the Angry Citizen. We literally ask. We got Osiris that needs money. We got the guy that's over in the other country that needs money. We had Joe that got helped out. But us asking money for us, we've never done that.
And you know what, Tiff?
I challenge everybody on here to ask these people, how many advocates have you asked for money to help, right? Like, ask them, have you helped other advocates? Have you helped other people? And cash app them money. Because I promise you and I guarantee the answer is no. Go ahead, Darren.
The only people, and this is not, I don't want anybody on here to think that this is a strike against them, because I know we all are struggling, and I understand that. I get it. But this is what kills me. Do you know how much money we raised for dude overseas? Patrick, what the fuck, Patrick, right?
Daniel,
yes, sorry, thank you. You know how much money we raised for Daniel? $20.
$0.
$20, the $20 that I pledged to him. Do you know how much money we raised for Osiris? Do you know how much money was raised for me when my house blew up? Did we bitch, whine, or complain about any of it? No. What did we do? We moved forward and we continued on and we figured it out and we fucking got over it, and nobody skipped a beat in our community. Nobody lost a goddamn thing. My house blew up. I lost my entire studio worth $100,000. No insurance, no nothing, all of that. You know what? We broadcasted from the fucking Walmart parking lot for a couple of days. A couple of people that or whatever did some things for me that are close to me and everything. And we moved on. Never crying and whining and any of that bullshit. You know what? We did it once and we moved on. We didn't continue on with it. We didn't fucking sit there and make a whole goddamn everything about it. We went and we found a way to get through it and survive through it. Just like all of these parents out here that do it themselves every day. We are just like them. These people are not like them. We figure it out.
They are always like, comment, you know, they're always about the like comments, you know, like at the end of our videos, do we say, go like, go comment, go share, you know, like we don't even do that. Like,
right.
Well,
we should, but we don't. Like,
well, we have, but it's at the end of the day, it's not even about that for us, right?
That's right. That's why we don't do it. We just forget all about it. It's not even part of our scheme. You know,
because like, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you what my husband used to tell me. The dead fruit will fall off. Mm-hmm. And one by one, they're going to start falling off, because you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time.
I've heard that song before. You can't fool them people sometime. Oh, that's Bob Marley. But you can't fool all the people all the time. Finally feel the rights. Oh, come on. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up.
Oh, God.
That's that line. You know that, right?
Yes, Darren. Thank you.
Tiff, did you know that?
No, but I heard somebody say that one time, and I was like, "Oh my God, that is such a good saying."
Yeah, you know what? So this is how we fly right here. Right now, I'm gonna kill any chance of monetizing our show tonight by doing what I do here. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna enlighten us to where where Tiff heard this from before. Let's see.
My son's listening to Drake in the other room, so I'm like literally listening to him scream Drake song, and so this is going to be quite entertaining.
Well, I guess that's better than Baby Shark.
Right? We used to listen to that too, and Frozen. My middle child was addicted to
There you go.
Frozen.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth.
Here it comes.
It's not all that Peter is gold. After story had never been told. So now you see the light. Hey, stand up for your right. Come on, get up,
Tell
stand
me,
up.
right next line.
Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Most people think great God will come from the sky, take away everything and make everybody feel high. But if you know what life is worth, you would look for yours on earth. And now you see the light, you stand up for your rights. Yeah. Get up, stand up. Yeah, yeah. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Life is your right. Get up, stand up. So we can't give up the fight. Stand up for your right.
You might as well listen to it. It's costing us.
Stand up, keep us traveling on.
Here it comes. I believe it's this line.
Yeah. We're sick and tired of your ism, schism, game, dine and go to heaven in Jesus' name, Lord. We know and we understand. Almighty God is a living man. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So now we see the light. We gonna stand up for our rights. So you better get up, stand up. Don't give it up, stand up for your rights. Stand up now. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Don't give it up, don't give it up. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Get
Oh,
up,
come on.
stand up.
Where's the words? It's in here.
Stand up for your right.
It already
Yeah,
said
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It already said it, Darren. Where were you?
All right. Well, I wanted to hear it again. So there it is.
Oh,
I figured since we already
gosh.
lost the monetizing that we would just listen to the whole song. But see, there you go, Tiff. A little lesson for you. And that's your era of music. So that's it right there. So yeah, I you know what, for people that don't understand what we're, oh man, I love this song. I love myself some Israel, man. It's
Oh,
too bad
God.
he passed away. But here, this is what we're talking about here, right here. So the second Sean Ryan's crew comes out and does this and does their research, this is what you're going to find. right?
Oh, God. Yeah, I know her sister.
Is going on with Stand With Meg. I'm your host, SJ, and sister to Stand With Meg, and today we're going to talk broad strokes, timeline, outline. I'm going to do my best to not get into the details and instead unpack those later in a separate series, because if you'll take notice, we start in 2006 and we get up to 2026, so it's 20 years. So I would be here forever if I tried to go into detail as I went. As a reminder, yes, I'm her sister. I'm not unpacking this just because I'm nasty and vengeful. I am nasty, but I'm not vengeful. She came on to TikTok in 2024, claiming that her children were stolen, her ex is an abuser, the stepmom is a kidnapper, all kinds of crazy things against all kinds of people. And I entered the scene 6 months later to kind of set the record straight because she wasn't listening to court orders. So if you're like, sister on sister crime, she started it. Let's get into it. They met late 06, like the fall, were married in 07. And over the course between 08 and 2013, they would go on to have 5 children. The last 2 were a 2-for-1 special. They filed, divorce started in 2013 when she filed, and they did not legally get divorced until 2016. So if you look at the span of the past 20 years, only this much were they together, and then this much were they married. So in 2016, divorce was 80-20. So Megan had 80%, Craig had 20%. She was awarded $6,000 in combined child support and alimony. She doesn't talk about this. She talks about it like she was this like poor single mom, But the child support portion of that, which was $3,000, was untaxed, which is insane. She lied to me about this. So in terms of where I sit on this, I was Team Meg up until here. Okay? So from here and before, I think Craig is a villain. Terrible person. Okay, sorry, I had to take my sweater off. This is exhausting to like unpack. I keep doing false starts. Okay, so like I just said, up until here, I was not a fan of Craig. Lots of stories from him. I never witnessed anything salacious from Craig. That doesn't mean that this divorce period of their life was not incredibly chaotic. It was. Their divorce was high conflict. They have always been high conflict. And for a long time, I assumed that was Craig. And in 2022, other things start happening with the children. So up until here, children are little. They can't say much. At this point, child number one gets old enough and things start changing.
But I want everybody to see
2022, things start moving to the point that child number one actually elects to no longer live with her mother and moves in with my sister, older sister, Jamie. She's number two. And my sister takes her in. At that point, my sister, Jamie, actually covered all of the expenses for this child. And in 2023, the GIL actually awards residential custody of child number one to my older sister, Jamie. So this idea that Megan lost all 5 of her children in 2024 is actually not totally true. She already didn't have custody of one of them. She only had custody of 4 children at the time. One of them was with my sister. That child would go on to go through a lot, and I think I'll unpack that in a separate TikTok, maybe even with her.
But you get it. You see, this woman is a fraud.
15. Can you believe that? That's crazy.
Her story is a fraud. She's not like us.
She wants to.
She's not like any of us.
She'll talk about what happened here. But in 2024, when
didn't
received reports from
Ryan had a Sean Ryan had a different person, like that one lady who was on the podcast, who was essentially talking about the Title IV funding and CPS. Huh?
Yeah, the foster, I forget her name. I'll pull it up right here. There's a great.
Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about. So, I mean, why would he really need to talk to Meg? I mean, maybe it's just a ploy and she's just full of shit.
This is my point. She's trying to summons him, is what I'm getting at.
She's just trying to summon him. She hasn't gotten him yet.
Trying to get everybody to join in on her side so that she can speak to Sean Ryan.
Well, I'll let in the best interest of no. He'll enjoy that information.
Well, my whole thing is, how are you out here fighting a CPS system when your kids weren't even involved in the CPS thing? Your kids were involved in family court.
Thank you so much. This is the lady you're talking about right here.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Well, no, not him.
Not him, but that's part of the story. But she tells this lady, she tells the entire story, and I highly suggest that everybody take a look at that one. Mm-hmm. She blows the whistle on all of everything with the
she blows the top off it all.
Yeah. So that's the woman that you need to be paying attention to, with Sean Ryan. That's the
Did you watch that video?
Yeah. The one that you gave me yesterday, or that one?
The one I gave you yesterday.
No, I have not watched that one yet. But I think Tiff should watch that too.
Yeah, I'll probably send it to her.
All right. So this is just my point. This woman is going to sit here and say that she should be seeing Sean Ryan to go out and speak with him on behalf of what and for whom?
Herself.
Tonight. Welcome to Becca Night, everybody. Becca, what do you got tonight?
Oh, well, I mean, since we are on Facebook Live, I guess I could probably go over the MOU and what it is, because I have had I can't even count how many people I've had ask me what it is, what it does, what it can do, what it blah, 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 blah. So my whole spiel of last year or so was about the MOUs. I found an MOU. Memorandum of Understanding. It's literally an interagency agreement with the police, CPS, juvenile court judge, prosecutor, every city or every police department within your county. These are literally documents that literally tell you pretty much in plain black and white language that they're going to violate your rights, and and they tell you exactly how they're going to do it. And I mean, you read it, and if you know you're right, if you know your rights, essentially, you will start to pick up on it and be like, wait, they can't come in without a warrant. What are you talking about? Like, why does this document say this? You need to compare it to your case. You need to read it. Look it up, read it, find it for your every county in the country has one. Okay? Every county. And if the county doesn't have it per se, the state, it's actually a state statute. It's in the state statutes that they have these agreements. So they've made it that they have these agreements, but they're not like approved. So they're actually approved through the county commissioner, which is who oversees your town. Well, mine essentially comes from my county commissioner, and I'll tell you what they did to me. I put them on notice with the MOU, and I told them that I know what they're doing, I see what they're doing, and they need to knock their shit off and fix it. Needless to say, my county's MOU went from 100 pages to 30 the next year. Okay. But I still have that original document that has their procedures, has their policies, has how they are essentially going to collaborate and work together in order to investigate for child abuse and neglect and dependency. That's it. I mean, if you read it and you're like, wait a minute here, it literally will tell you, I am going to violate your rights and you're going to take it and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Because they don't even give you an option for redress. At this point. So, I mean, everybody should really honestly read them, find them, and if you can't find it, if it's not on my list, because there is a lot of, obviously, I'm not going to take, Oh yeah, they like to do that too. They actually, I asked them if they had a warrant the last time, and they did an emergency removal order, and they took my kids. All because I asked if they had a warrant. That's it. I mean, it happens. It's retaliation. We all know that. But that's the chance you take when you actually know that you're not you're not in the wrong, and you're essentially innocent. You know what? They took them. And I had them back within a week. I mean, within the 5-day period, they were back home. Because I complied with criminals, as somebody likes to say around here. That, I gave them what they wanted. They wanted a drug test. Okay, fine. Gave them a drug test. But you know what I did? I didn't do it at the juvenile court. I went to the hospital. I have a right to where I get my drug test done. If I want to do it at the courthouse, I can do it there. If I don't, and I want to do it at the hospital, I have that right, and I have that option. Every parent does.
So while you're saying, right, like you said, you asked them for a warrant, and then they came back with the removal, or said, I have it. It says the forced separation of parent from child, even for a short time, in this case 18 hours, presents a serious infringement upon the rights of both. That's J.B. as in boy, v. Washington County in 1997. Go ahead.
Yeah. And essentially they can't. And here's my thing. We went to the shelter hearing. And then when I asked, because I did get the record, I got all the record for that case specifically, because I wanted to be able to prove that these people that I literally knew who it was who made the report. The magistrate made the report. Now, if that doesn't tell you right there that there's some wonky shit going on, then I don't know what would. Because literally the in-camera interview is with 2 kids, and then magically this report comes from only these 2 kids, and the only person that was in there was the magistrate and the kids. Well, I know the kids didn't make the report. So who's the only other option? Come on now, guys. It doesn't take a genius. So they essentially, it was the magistrate. But guess what? That hearing, it's nowhere to be found. No audio, No record. They have no record that this hearing happened. None. No audio for transcript. No, I mean, nothing. There's nothing. And they're all sitting there like, I'm like, well, where to go? The judge? That's a big no-no. He's the keeper of the records. Whether anybody realizes that or not, technically, he is the administrator of the records in the juvenile court. So he has a duty. You tip that off to the Judicial Conduct Board. Oh.
Okay, so I found another case. It says child removals are seizures under the Fourth Amendment. The seizure is unconstitutional without court order or exigent circumstances. And
you know what's even funnier is that they said on mine that the exigent circumstances that they tried to prevent removal by offering me drug screens and asking to see inside my home and previous cases. So you tell me how that is. Any of those are to prevent removal. I would say that's to self-incriminate, which is against my Fifth Amendment right. What are you doing? I'm like sitting here like, are you guys serious right now? Like you can't be for real. That made no sense. I was like, that's contradictory. But that's the thing is that they literally have all that. And the only reason that they have it in there, it's a formality. Because they have to have certain wording in there to get the Title IV funding. In the best interest and reasonable efforts. There's the only two key things that that has to be in the judge's order, magistrate's order, whatever it is, their order, in order for them to receive Title IV funding. That's it. As long as those two things are in there, they get it. They don't audit it, because if they did, they would see, because if anybody would read that, they'd be like, well, how is a previous case a form of prevention for removal? I mean, that would be common sense. But the realistic aspect of it is that they only survey 80 cases every 3 years.
So I got something else. The Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable searches and seizures extends beyond criminal investigations and includes conduct by social workers in the context of abuse and neglect investigations. Ooh, woo,
Yeah.
woo.
I mean, my MOU for my county, I literally went through this thing verbatim, paragraph by line by line by line. And literally, it came up with I think it's 40 violations within this one single document. 40. I'm sitting here like 40, what is it, 36? No, 36 specifically, 36. But it went line by line, and it literally was like, oh, well, for example, it even states, the purpose of the memorandum is to establish and maintain a cooperative working relationship among law enforcement, child protective services, and the county prosecutor in order to protect children. Okay, well, from the start, the MOU sets up a prearranged collaborative alliance between CPS, law enforcement, prosecutors, instead of independent checks and balances like we all know is supposed to happen, and it binds them to a joint operation. What does that do? That violates due process and the separation of powers under the 5th and 14th Amendment. When law enforcement, prosecutors, and CPS operate as a unified team, which this document is telling you, and it's proving to you that that's exactly what they're doing, there is no neutral investigative process. Each is supposed to function independently to prevent abuse of power. This agreement essentially creates a government-sanctioned coalition to pursue families without oversight. Like, that's what you can get out of this document. That's literally the proof. Because you can say all day long, well, they're working together. If you don't have no proof, it doesn't matter. Oh no, I do not need Malibu Dallas. Malibu Dallas can kick rocks. Um, I'm way above. I'm beyond his level of intelligence. Um,
Lewis, that's enough about that man. Just forget his name.
I couldn't see who said it, but I just
You
saw
don't get to come
Malibu
up here on
Dallas.
Wednesday now just because of that. You are no longer in my family, Lewis.
I was waiting on Darren to chime in on that one because I know how he feels as well.
Let's see. So I'm trying to talk with Lynn here. Lynn's asking for adoption and termination court files. She goes to the court to get those. Yep. Yes, you do, Lynn. But you can also
Well, they have two different files. So they have two different, actually, you can get them from the court, but then you can also get them from the CPS agency as well, because they actually have different files. Like some of the things may be in CPS's file, but aren't in like the actual court file, because what's on the record is what's essentially, realistically, that's what you really want, because you need to know what is all there, because you need to know what all evidence has been, submitted against you on your behalf, whatever. But I mean, having the CPS reports, and all that stuff is also a good thing too, for your own personal, peace of mind. But the court records is really the only one that essentially matters, because that's all they ever look at. Now, there's probably not going to be much of anything in your defense because there hardly ever is, because the public defenders don't even attempt to defend the parent, and they just stipulate and they agree and make an agreements between them and CPS. Like, literally, I have come to the conclusion that the stipulation, like, people literally will be like, I was reading this comment earlier on Facebook, and it was about how these people, like, this mom had her kids, and like the kids were taken, and she's like, and I just can't believe how this has happened. And I'm sitting here like, a stipulation is how it happened. That's how it happened. Like, everybody that has written me on Facebook, messaged me, whatever you want to call it, that is the mechanism that they are using and abusing 100%. And that's not even a theory. That's literally not me blowing smoke. That's literally facts. That is 100% true.
Remember, I tell everybody, when these judges tell you that the Constitution doesn't apply, this is what it says. No man/woman in this country is so high that he or she is above the law. No officer of the law may set that law at defense with impunity. All the officers of the government, from the highest to the lowest, are creatures of the law and are bound to obey it. United States versus Lee. Bucks versus King County. Economy versus Butts. Butts versus Economy. My bad.
Wait, what is that? What is that saying about Mr. Butts? What is it?
It's that I was getting ready to say it. So, if they try to bullshit you, I learned this from another advocate who was also a child support advocate, and he said, when they tell you that, your response should be, the butts stop here, Mr. Lee. Right? So the butts, that's Butts versus Economy, stops here, Mr. Lee. That's the Butts versus Economy and the United States versus Lee. And he said, I promise you their demeanor will change because they know exactly what you're saying. And what it says is exactly what I read. No man nor woman in this country is so high that he or she is above the law. No officer of the law set that law at defense with impunity. Defiance, my bad. All officers of the government, from the highest to the lowest, are creatures of the law and are bound to obey it. You can't get around it.
So I see people in the comments. I asked for court for my file and everything that was Orion. in court, and I still got nothing. So, you don't want my you don't want my FOIA requests. My FOIA requests are very, 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 very specific, extensive, and very detailed. I mean, I literally just picked it up earlier and showed Tiffany my husband's case file, and I made sure that I got everything. Oh, this is from the beginning. Oh gosh, the beginning of his whole case. Like this is when child support got established and all that. It's this, okay? All from the court, all certified, I mean, everything. Like it's just there's certifications on all of it, all that. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I have like 100 copies of all this stuff anyways. But I just wanted it to see what was all on there. That's all I wanted it for. I needed to see what was in this record. But I made sure I did my due diligence, and I made sure that I got everything that was needed and everything that was on there that I was legally allowed to have. I mean, if it's against statute, then, it's literally how you word it, because I've had an experience where I requested records one time from the juvenile court on a case that I was not a party to, but my ex-husband was a party to, and it was in reference to his child. Now, I had asked for them, like when I first started advocating and doing stuff and, reading about the law, and I asked for them, and they kind of just were like, you're not entitled to them. Sorry, go screw yourself. And I'm like, okay, whatever. 6 months later, I sent them another records request next day in my email. Like, just because I had learned to assert the authority, assert what needed to be done, and what I was actually allowed to have that they couldn't keep from me because of a legal proceeding. And they handed it right over. Here you go. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, you can get the records. It's all in how you word it. You can't essentially back down from these people because they will lie to you. And I promise you, they will lie to you. They will lie to you. They will tell you that they don't, that's not correct. That's not, you know what? I've had a clerk of court tell me that she didn't know the law. She didn't know the Ohio Revised Code. I got it on audio recording. But did you just seriously say that you do not know the law? Well, based on our policies and procedures, they aren't the law. What are you talking about? I literally saw on my Nextdoor app from my Ring doorbell camera. We have a Nextdoor app. They were trying to pass at my county commissioners last night. They were trying to pass a freaking ordinance that it would be illegal for people who are homeless to sleep in their vehicles. And I said, don't you know how to mind your own business? Like, what are you doing? Like, who are you to tell somebody who is homeless, who's struggling and having a hard time? Don't you think they're having a hard enough time? And you're just going to literally sit there and ride them over sleeping in their car? Like, it was so bad to where they were literally going to they were going to charge people if they had pillows in their car. I mean, privacy screens on their windows. Like, I'm sitting here like, and I had to comment because, and I told them, the ordinances aren't law either, idiots. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's not a law. The law is what the statute says, what the Constitution says. What are you talking about? These people are crazy. I said, you guys need to mind your own freaking business. I said, that is way too much. If you are that worried about somebody sleeping in their car on a public street, mind you, it's a public street that us taxpayers pay for, and you're going to tell these people who maybe are struggling at a moment that they can't sleep in their car if they're homeless? What do you expect them to do?
Well, your car is considered, okay, so does anybody know the difference between private property and real property?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those who don't know, private property can be moved. Real property cannot, like a
Yeah.
house, right?
Yeah. Tangible and
So,
intangible, essentially.
right. But the best way to describe it to people is like
Yeah.
a house.
Yeah.
So a car is private property, right? Like if the homeless person owns a car and that's their only shelter, who the
That's
fuck are you to tell me where I can and cannot sleep? Bitch, get out of my face.
thank you, because I'm sitting here like, are you guys serious right now? I'm like, I hope that this did not get passed.
Right, but think about this. I'd rather have somebody homeless with a car sleeping in their car because let me tell you, I went to Walmart one day. It was one of the coldest days here. It was right before remember when we all got all that snow and then that ice
Mm-hmm.
and shit? I literally saw a tent behind Lowe's next to the power box, I guess because
Yeah.
it has heat on
The
it.
generator.
Yeah. A tent. A tent. If they had a car, I'd much rather have them be in a car. What's the difference between a car and a motorhome?
Right? And it was even for motorhomes. Motorhomes was
No,
included in this too. RVs.
no.
Yeah, RVs, vans, trucks, cars. Like it was, and I'm like, what? I'm like, who the fuck are you guys? I'm like, y'all are just crazy. I'm like, y'all are just crazy. That's just complete asinine. I can't even
Yeah.
believe they
So
even tried that.
I hope that there's no homeless people here. But if you are homeless and you are living in your car, download the Constitution and make sure that you have the Fourth Amendment right on that bitch. That's private property. That's a violation of your Fourth Amendment rights.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, and I'm sitting here like, wait a minute here. I'm like, so you mean to tell me that, and we live in Ohio, okay? We live in Ohio. It gets cold. We know we have all 4 seasons in 1 week, okay? Majority of the time of year. So, but it gets colder than a witch's tit out here. Like it gets cold and we freeze. And I could not even imagine not being able to sleep in my car if I'm homeless. Like I couldn't even believe that. I literally couldn't believe they were even had the audacity to talk about it. And it's literally all because of the fact that there's upper class people who are like, we don't want this trash sitting around. You put your pants on the same way I do.
Well, let me tell you why it's really rolling out. Because
They said it's a
United
public
States-
nuisance.
Well, it's not just that. The Supreme Court of the United States ruled last year that it was illegal for you to be homeless now.
Yeah.
But I was going to say this too. Who is the government to tell us how to live our lives? And 99% of the homeless people are 3 things:
Veterans.
CPS involvement, veterans, and people with mental illness.
Yep.
Or actually 4, or somebody who just doesn't want to be found.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's the thing, is that the government's put them there. But it's illegal for them to be there.
Well, this is something else I was going to say. We have, I think it's called the Mission. Don't quote me on that here in Winchester. So they bought this old hotel and they made it a shelter.
Mhm.
But here's the problem that I have with Winchester and Frederick County. If you made the hotel room for the homeless people, why are you telling women and children you can't stay here because we have sex offenders here? Why are we housing sex offenders and not women and children that are homeless?
We essentially have it separated. Like we have a Buckeye house for men, and then we have one for like women and children. Like, which is kind of stupid realistically, because like if you're a family, like you can't go together. Like you have, like the men have to go to the Buckeye house, and then the women and the children have to go to the other one. The homeless shelter or the family shelter. But that's just like that right there, that proves the whole division, juvenile division. Like here we are, family division. That ties into it too. I mean, they're dividing the family when you are homeless. I mean, if you have to go into a shelter for any reason, they're going to divide your family then too. I just can't. Mm. They don't want me at the county commissioner's office.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be in there.
crazy. Why are we again dividing families?
Because that's essentially what they're doing. I mean, why else? You know what I mean? Like, I get it, when there's like single men. Okay, yeah, cool. Single men, a single mom, with some kids. Okay, cool. But when it's a family, like, why, you know what I mean? Like, why would you make them separate? What is the idea of that? That's not unification. That's not, that's not, that's not, what is it called? Preserving the family integrity. You're not doing that. You're literally saying, yep, we're going to split you in half, and mom's going to have to deal with all the kids. Dad's going to get a free shot, and dad's going to get to go do whatever dad wants to do, and mom's going to be stuck with the kids. Thank you very much. Because that's exactly what happens. No offense to men, but some suck. No offense, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
But men have it easier than women. Especially when it comes to kids, because I tell you what, no mother ever steadily give up on her child. She will fight tooth and nail. It doesn't matter. A man can literally.
That's bullshit, because I raised my daughter on my own.
I'm saying a man. I didn't say you, the man.
You said a man. Well, you just said a man, categorizing all of them. So
I didn't say all the men in the world.
You said, I will rewind what you said.
I said a man.
Mm-hmm. Which means
some men. Some. Is that better? Does that summarize it better?
There you go. Yep, some. That's better. Not
some men.
Right.
Will essentially just bye. They can't have you. They don't want the kids. That's what my kids' dad did. He couldn't have me. He didn't want the kids. But guess what? Guess who was still here fighting for my children? Me.
Why were you fighting for them if he gave them up, though?
I'm talking about like when I had a CPS case.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like he wasn't involved. And, when he did get out of jail, they essentially made him, they didn't even want to put him on a case plan. They were just letting him see the kids all willy-nilly. And here he is. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I have to follow a schedule. I have to do drug screening. I have to do all of this stupid stuff. And I'm only getting 1 hour a week with my kids. But he's allowed to go to my sister's house and see my kids whenever he wants. He's not made to drug screen. He's not made to be on a case plan. I'm confused. And while I'm doing all the work. No. Mm-hmm. We had the cops there because I was like, he needs to go. My sister's like, well, and it's at her house. So I put her in a spot where she was like, she had to choose. And I made her choose. That's fine. Because you know what? I'm their mom. I'm always going to be there. It don't matter. I will die for those kids. Don't. Him, on the other hand, he may essentially die for them, but would he really do anything possible to make sure that he keeps a relationship with them? No. Did he? No. Love him, God rest his soul, but he was a great dad until we split up. And then it was, I don't want to be a dad anymore. And that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
So next round is going to be this game.
I guess we're done until tomorrow.
It's going to be huge by the end of the
County owns it. Darren, I can't see these I can't see the comments. Because you got the blue one up in the bottom.
I'm looking for I'm looking for a certain rule that I know it helps you get your CPS case. It helps get your CPS discovery quicker. I wish my wife was up here right now. She usually is, because I know that babe, you up here? What's that rule? The rule, what was it we were trying to use in our case? The one that helps you get your discovery stuff. back from CPS.
Motion to compel?
No, not motion to compel. It was a rule or a law. Remember, I was like a last name, like Brown or Brady or.
Brady versus Maryland is only for criminal.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Trying to think. No, motion to compel is a good way to also get your information back from them. But there's a specific. I would have it in my books, but they got blown up, so I don't have them.
I was waiting on it.
I was just reading all this stuff, trying to find the name of this rule. It's a fairly new rule. It came out in like 2023. It came out after we were GPR'd, and it was pretty much a rule of evidence that they had to give you everything in an ample amount of time. I don't remember the name of it, but it was definitely a last name of a person. And that's what I'm trying to find right now.
Oh gosh, what does my husband want?
I can't believe Albie's in here, and it's so nice to have her back. She's been gone for a minute, but she's now looking like she got the big boy pants on now. It looks like she's gotten done what she needed to get done to get them certificates saying that she can do the law thing. So, Albie, congratulations and welcome back.
I don't know who that is.
Inadmissible hearsay. The law court vacated GPR over it. Yeah, I don't remember what the hell it was, what it is. I'll find it and I'll post it on the Fight CPS. And hey, guys, don't forget, Tiff and the Punisher have a Facebook page now. Make sure you guys check that all out. It's very important that you do.
Like, comment, follow, share.
Oh, yeah, we got to put those words in here. Yep. Ding that little bell at the bottom.
Yeah.
Get
the notifications. Just make sure you touch that the little bell so it turns red.
Yeah, we make sure that we always are. That's our number one concern, is to get those things up. And then I don't know, not many people at the beginning of the show saw this, but I'm gonna play this again right now, guys. I can't tell you how important this app is right here. I know that people aren't seeing it right now, but even if you don't need it, get your friends in on it. If you know anybody that's needing this services, do this, please, guys. Do this. The more people.
Nearly 500,000 children were in foster care, separated from the people who were searching for them. When CPS removes a child, the trail can go cold fast. Records get sealed, placements shift, parents get shut out, and families lose each other, sometimes for good.
But there's finally a place built for exactly this. Reunification Central is where separated families post their story and search for each other for free. You post your profile. You search for the people you lost. You start rebuilding what was taken apart. This isn't just about finding each other. It's about exposing a system that shouldn't be tearing families apart in the first place. Find your family at reunificationcentral.com. Start your search today.
So yeah, make sure that you guys are using that app. It's going to be big, but we can't make it big until we get more people getting it up there and using it. I think this is the right there. This is the QR code for it right here. So use that, guys, right there. Boom, reunificationcentral.com. That's the QR code for it. But all right, guys, now it's a fun night. It actually made me tired from being so angry and violent at the beginning to this research period at the end. I'm almost ready for a nap now. Becky, you got anything else?
No. Get your MOU. Like, share, comment, follow. Scan the QR
code. That's right. Tiff, anything else?
See you tomorrow.
Don't let CPS in without a warrant.
That's right. And don't forget, check out Fostering Reality. This is Derek's tune right here. We'll leave you with this one tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
And go to www.thecpspunisher.com.
That's right. And get our book at Amazon. The Constitution is our armor. CPS is the enemy. And what else?
And
these are all viable products too. And we have wardrobe and stuff. And CPSBreakingNews.com also is back up and running. So make sure you check that out too.
And thefineprint.org.
Oh yeah, that one too. All right, perfect. Check them all out. Have a good night, everybody. And don't vote for her to see Sean Ryan, please.
And do not tag Meg for Sean Ryan show.
That's right. If anything, tag Tiff the Punisher at this Sean Ryan show. Have a good night, everybody.
Not for the snakes, 2, 2, 3 for the mess they made. Leave me alone. This is perfect Christian home. Still feel your husband's hands on my neck. Leave me alone. Night shift worker, keys rattling while you're proud of heart. Leave me alone. Caseworker with the crocodile tears. You got paid while I starved through it all. Starved through it all. We the invisibles, aged out the system. No feelings left, just facts and mathematics. Hypervigilant, heart rate, flat rifle, fluent, pistol, fully automatic. Grown now, pulling up, packing. Only lesson we kept is right from wrong. Now wrong, getting corrected. 30 round hymns in a real dark song. You built a monster, setting trauma, now the monster got drums and a mask. Every face got a name, every name got an address, every address getting dead. Everyone fresh meat, still crying for mama, think reunification real. Level 2, bounce like trash, learning roles in every house they make you feel. Level 3, chameleon bag, never unpacked, visible just enough to eat. Level gray, master read a lie in the blink, route around rules in the street. Level 5, invisible state, on ghost file too thick for any worker to read. Sleeping fragments, exits mapped, made it out so low they know you a different breed. We the invisibles, age out the system, no feelings left, just facts and mathematics. Hypervigilant, heart rate flat, rifle fluent, pistol fully automatic. Grown now, pulling up, packing. Only lesson we kept is right from wrong. Now wrong, getting corrected. 30 round hymns in a real dark song. F94 through a 5 pop 6. F93 to a full auto switch. F94 to reactive. That's why the AR twitch. 9 millis for the snakes that smile in your face. 2, 2, 3s for the nights they said this hurts me more. While they finish the chase. Every code they roll, every caliber, every lobby came around. Every better not tell turned into a reason. We outside right now. Seen kids get walked out the back at 3 a.m. Staff pockets, fat, no sound. One phone call, file closed, another invisible. Never found. They pray we don't de-lock forever or read the barrel in despair. But the ones who survive remember every smell, every room, every stare. Thoughts are gone, thoughts aren't care. Ghost in my head, thoughts that tear. Way the invisible. Age down, fully loaded. No fear, strapped heavy, heart on 0. Just a pulse and a plan. Right from wrong is all we know. And wrong finna meet the whole fam. Pulling up quiet, windows down. 30 round lullaby. Invoice for every tear. Every touch, every read, better not tell. This is the correction. Pred's gone dead.
They said don't fight the system. They said stay quiet. They were wrong.
are exposing what so many have failed to. We are going to show you what bar attorneys have hidden from all of us. Hundreds of thousands of children and twice that of parents have been lied to and walked down the road of termination. It's the death penalty. We're all of the protesters, the ones who fight for the rights of prisoners, dogs, illegal immigrants. Why aren't you coming to the aid of our children and families? Right here in America, every day a child per minute is kidnapped.
And no one cares. We fight alone until today. CPS Punishers mount up. Here comes the CPS Punisher.
Anonymous tip, another lie from one of them. No warrant, no proof, just a badge and a grin. Stealing kids like trophies, thinking they'll win. Mama crying on the porch, daddy in the cage. System wrote the script, but the CPS Punisher just flipped the page. The educator they banned, I see every violation, every forged line, every ex-part hearing, every stolen time. One tap of the app and the truth ignites. Welcome to the CPS Punisher, now we can fight.
CPS and the courts have lied to us all.
The courts will not disgrace the family. CPS Punisher,
Here to avoid the chains and expose the game.
CPS Punisher,
The educator they never wanted you to find.
Punisher,
One tap and their empire cracks. We realize we take our kids back. The app is called the CPS Punisher.
I'm the cape in the shadows, the skull in the night, the binder full of secrets, the weapons you all need. Ab initio, watch me void that lie. Fourth Amendment armor, watch the tyrants cry. Falsified drug test gone in a flash. I see Tebio, warrior, due process king. Every parent hero when the hotline rings. I call it justice. Download the truth, now the system busts us. From the courtroom to the streets, hear the battle cry. The CPS Punishers arrive. Kiss your bar asses goodbye. They tried to silence us, now we're the loudest voice in the room.
CPS Punisher,
Here to avoid the chains and expose the game.
CPS Punisher,
The educator they never wanted you to find.
Punisher,
The children never leave again. Families rise, we never look back. We now use the CPS Punisher.
This ain't revenge, this is reunification.
This ain't rage, this is resurrection. Open the app.
Step into the fight. You ready?
CPS Punisher,
The app you need when they took your kid.
CPS Punisher,
The truth they hid, now the truth gets lit.
Punisher,
Download the power, take back the throne.
Punisher,
You're never alone.
CPS Punisher. The educator they never wanted you to find. Void complete. Family restored. The bar is finished. The Constitution will prevail. Judges do what's right. Treason is your penalty.
CPS Punisher,
Here comes the CPS Punisher.
That's the app, guys. So make sure you check it out. Have a good night, guys.